Good evening, friends. Myself Sandeep. Once again, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Farmer First. As I mentioned in the morning, today I am going to explain about atmosphere. Okay, how it is distributed across the different altitudes and what is the importance of studying of atmosphere. Okay, as you can see here, the entire atmosphere has been divided into four different layers, that is troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere and thermosphere. Okay, and we will study how it has been distributed through this graph. You can see here in this graph, the X column is representing how the temperature is varying across the altitude, which means how the atmosphere is distributed over the different layers of atmosphere. These are the demarcations representing the different layers or stratas of atmosphere. The first strata, which is called as troposphere, the second one is stratosphere, and third one is mesosphere, and fourth one is thermosphere. Okay, the intermittent layers which will come, they are called as thermophos, stratophos, mesophos and thermophos, and out of this one more layer will come, that is called as exosphere. With the point of economics, we will not consider it as a very much important atmospheric layer, but here you can see, okay, how the stratosphere is divided. Okay, this stratosphere is extended from earth surface to up to 18 kilometer. Okay, 8 to 18 kilometer, and here you can see the typical decrease in the temperature as and when the altitude is rises. This is the typical identification of this layer, and this is the densest layer, which means around 85% of the total density of the atmosphere is lies in this layer, and most of the weather phenomena such as rain, snowfall and clouds and all, most of them will be taken place in the troposphere only. So it is very important to maintain the troposphere well, so that we can have somewhat little bit control over atmosphere. Okay, next to that, if you can see, this troposphere is thicker at the equators. Okay, this point you should remember, my dear friends. Why? Because most of the times in analytical type of questions, they will make you confused in such a way that how where this stratosphere is thicker and where it is thinner. Okay, usually they will compare between troposphere and stratosphere. Here you can see it is thicker at equator, but the stratosphere is thicker at poles. This is the typical question we can expect in any of the analytical type of questions. Okay, next to that, if you can see here, you already know most of the atmosphere, around 50% of the atmosphere is lies at the altitude of 5.6 kilometer, and around 16 kilometers most of the atmosphere, that is around 90% of the atmosphere lies, and over 99% of the atmosphere will lies below the 40 kilometers of the altitude. That's why it is very important to study these two layers, that is troposphere and stratosphere. Okay, hope you have understood that troposphere. What is the importance of troposphere? One more layer will come. Okay, it is the layer between stratosphere and the troposphere. It's also called as intermittent layer, that is called as tropopause. Okay, why we need to read that one? Because the tropopause, the temperature will many times it will go below minus 60 degrees Celsius. Okay, that's why this temperature also we need to remember, where we will get minus 60 degree Celsius temperature. It may arise as a direct question, or they can also use this one and this one in your analytical type of questions for giving statements. Okay, the next one is very important with the point of agriculture, that is stratosphere. Agriculture as well as one more is environmental impact as concerned. Okay, why? Because this stratosphere is the second layer of atmosphere. It will extend from 18 to 50 kilometers. Okay, 18 to 50 kilometers, and this is one of the warmest layer of the atmosphere, and around it will take 15% of the total density of the atmosphere. Okay, and here the pressure which tends to be is 1 by 1000 pressure of the mean sea level. Okay, you can expect here what is the density or what is the pressure. Okay, what is the pressure can exert in the stratosphere, and it is also called as ozonosphere. Why? Because it is consisting of ozone. Okay, ozone is the layer is called as trioxygen molecule, as you all know. Okay, what it will do? It will absorb the UV radiations. Okay, it will absorb the UV radiations and it will leave non-UV radiations. If those UV radiations will fall on the earth, it will cause skin cancers, rashes, and many other skin related issues, and even in case of plants, it will obstruct the phenomenon such as photosynthesis as well. Okay, and it will also leads to the global warming. Okay, hence we need to study this stratosphere very well. Okay, it is also called as ozonosphere just because it is having ozone. Okay, then it is the warmest layer, as I said, and as I already mentioned this one, this is thicker at troposphere is thicker at equator and stratosphere is thicker at pole. Okay, hence you can expect this question here. Okay, next to that is the intermediate layer between mesosphere and stratosphere. Stratosphere and the mesosphere is called as stratopause. Okay, there you can expect, okay, around 91% of the atmosphere. Then you can see here, my dear friends, the third layer is mesosphere. With respect to weather phenomena and other practices, okay, mesosphere is not that much importance for us with a point of examination, but we can expect here the minimum temperature. Means one question is which one is the, okay, we can expect here is which layer is having the lowest temperature, that is mesopause. Okay, the temperature is minus 100 degree Celsius. Okay, next to that is thermosphere. How it is distributed, you can see here, my dear friends, it can extend it more than 50 kilometers, but it's not having any specified boundary. The outer layer of this thermosphere is called as exosphere. The base, the end of the thermosphere and the base of the exosphere is called as exobase, as you can see here, my dear friends. Okay, that exosphere is completely full of hydrogen and helium. Okay, next to that, the thermosphere will perform very much important function, that is called as radio communication. Okay, in the thermosphere, the International Space Station orbit will exist at the height of 320 to 380 kilometers. Okay, hence this thermosphere is very much important. Then that's also called as ionosphere, as the radio communication will takes place through the ionosphere. Okay, hope you have understood this topic well, and you may also understood the what kind of questions may arises in this. I will reply for active questions. Okay, hope you have understood the concept very well, and you have also understood how the questions may arise in this topic. If you have any doubts, please comment on the comment section. If you like the video, share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.